Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here. This is episode 95 of the American Reveille Podcast. And on this episode, we're going to talk about an elusive governor that not many of you know about. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not talking about Governor Whitmer. We're obviously not talking about Governor Cuomo. No, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Washington State Governor Jay Inslee, super Democrat, was in the Congress back in the day, super left-wing radical type nutso. Okay, listen, guys, this guy's no joke. I wouldn't know about him if he wasn't my governor. I live in this deep blue infested trench that is Washington State at the moment, and this guy is literally the crypt keeper here. All right. Nobody even knows how he wins an election, but for some reason he's here implementing the socialist agenda. And this man is just as bad as Cuomo or Whitmer, any of these other governors out there, because he too was tossing COVID patients into nursing homes. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some of the orders he put out and what a big flaky turd Governor Inslee is next on the American Reveille Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here, episode 95 of the American Reveille Podcast, and it's Sunday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday. And obviously it was daylight savings time, spring ahead, and, it feels like Sunday is 5 minutes long. And if you are lucky enough to have work is right around the corner. So, you know how it goes. There ain't no rest for the wicked. That is for sure. So the sands pass through the hourglass, and we all feel more tired and more tired as the minutes pass by, and we wonder when our break will come. But here's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the real secret. There isn't a break. Life doesn't afford us breaks. No, if you are hardworking and white-knuckled, blue-collared and pissed off, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be working hard until the day you die. That's just how it goes. Even if you strike it lucky and get rich, you're still going to be working hard. That's how we're wired. That's how it is. If you're not busting your ass towards some sort of objective or goal, if you're not looking for some sort of self-fulfillment in this world, something to offer, something to give, something to leave behind, then what is the point? Am I wrong or am I right? Anyway, guys, there are some people out there that don't think like that, some people that don't have souls, some black-eyed and black-hearted individuals. And even though Joe Biden does fit into that group, I'm actually talking about Jay Inslee. That's right, Jay Inslee, the guy that opposes anything that'll actually help people in the state of Washington, the guy that's cool with, basically giving out drug paraphernalia to homeless people. This guy's ridiculous. He's a ridiculous governor, and we have a ridiculous state altogether. I mean, the head of the city council for Seattle is literally run by, what's her name, Kashwama Shararant. She's like a super duper socialist. She's just not any regular socialist. She's like super socialist, right? I bet if she lifted her sleeve, she'd have like a tattoo of Fidel Castro on her arm. She probably has like a back piece of all of these revolutions, just Che Guevara on her back on a crucifix. Look, it is what it is. All right, let's get back to Inslee. Inslee, all right, this guy, I remember when he was debating Culp. Culp was running for governor up here. And which, by the way, after he didn't get through, after Inslee won the governorship back, Culp mysteriously was fired. I don't think mysteriously, but I think it's interesting how his whole police force disappeared after he lost to Inslee. If he even lost altogether, there's lots of us that believe that the system up here with the mail-in voting is all BS, just like the national election was, 100%. All right. But this guy, he was debating Culp. He had no answers. He couldn't even answer budget questions. He's never fixed the budget up here. He screwed everything up. He gives money to China. He gives money to all these green projects that blow up in our face. All the weed money up here. Think about that. All the marijuana money. It's legal to smoke pot up here in the state of Washington. All that money, right? It goes where? There's so much tax money from that. Where are the lights on the 167? Where are the new hospitals? Where are the new schools? Or, oh, I'm sorry, we don't want new schools because they may just be teaching left-wing ideology and critical race theory to our children, unfortunately. Brainwashing the next generation of Inslees out there. We unanimously voted for $30 car tabs. This guy wiped his ass with it. He doesn't care one bit about the people of Washington State. And if you're from Washington State, you know I'm absolutely damn right. 100%. All right, this guy's he's just a slimy slime ball. All right, he's a slimy slime ball, and we're going to read about him in a second. But first, do me a favor. Wherever you're watching this or listening to this, please follow along or subscribe. Please hit the notification bell, and please share this with folks. Please talk to people about the American Reveille Podcast. It's the only way we get the news out. It's the only way we get the word out. There's a huge wall of censorship just screwing us from every direction. So we are depending on you to subscribe, to hit the notification bell, and to talk about what we're doing because we are trying to wake up the nation, folks. We are spreading across this country and we are doing everything in our power to wake people up, to empower people, to enlighten them to the truth, to give you guys some quality entertainment. But we can't achieve our goals. As long as big tech is crushing our necks, we can't achieve our goals without your help. So please follow along, like, share, subscribe, and leave comments. Do all that good stuff. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, give us the 5-star rating and share. Folks, one more thing. This episode's sponsored by Ancient Life Oil. All right, Ancient Life Oil. And I want to tell you, I actually have some right here. And this is some awesome, pure, 100% broad spectrum CBD oil. Okay, it's non-hallucinogenic. It doesn't have any kind of weird side effects. I've been using it. It's great. I was having some headache issues. Those headache issues went away. All right. I'm just going to ask you to do me a favor. All right. You can check it out. Go to ancientlifeoil.com, ANCIENT lifeoil.com, and you can grab yourself a bottle and use the promo code James and get yourself free shipping and handling and see for yourself the results. But if you're not convinced, just do me a favor. Stick around for like 2 minutes after this episode's over. And I recorded a little thing where I talk about the product, what's in it, how I've used it, just some different stuff. All right. I want you to see it and make your decision then. You can go to ancientlifeoil.com, ANCIENT lifeoil.com. Pick yourself up some CBD oil. All right. Inflammation, stress, anxiety, all that stuff right out the window. This is an amazing product. All right. Use the promo code James, free shipping and handling. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Washington State's Jay Inslee joins the growing list of Democrat governors who need to be investigated for contributing to COVID deaths with insane elderly care policies. Let's read. Washington State Governor Inslee is another Democrat governor who should be investigated for his actions related to the China coronavirus COVID-19. There's much to focus, of course, on Democrat Governor Andrew Cuomo for his actions related to COVID-19. The Democrat governor, of course, Gretchen Whitmer, that's the Democrat governor of Michigan, she's also under review for her actions during the pandemic. All right. We've seen the Cuomo nursing home scandal covered up by a slew, a flurry, one might even say, of a female Me Too type accusations towards Cuomo, and he's been standing up to the cancel culture like anyone should. Then again, we don't know if they're right, if they're not right, but again, they do have the right to bring those allegations forward. I just think it's too much pressure on Cuomo. He's gonna fight, but eventually resign at some point, in my opinion. Anyway, All right. We've got Whitmer. We've got Cuomo, all of these things going on. Whitmer did the same thing. She abused her emergency powers. I even saw that article of the guy with COVID who was put in a nursing home. I believe he beat an elderly man to death in a nursing home. And he shouldn't even have been there. Crazy stuff. There's also the attempt to recall the California Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom related to his actions during the pandemic. I believe it's now almost at 2 million. It says right here 1.2 million signatures, but I thought it was closer to 2 million. I may be wrong, though. But here we go. It says Washington Governor Jay Inslee should be added to that list. I can tell you, as someone living in Washington who's been up here for a few years with my wife, we hate Jay Inslee. Jay Inslee's a terrible, terrible governor, a terrible human being, and we think he's full of crap. And there are millions of people who do as well. Let's read this. Over the last few weeks, all eyes have been on New York Governor Andrew Cuomo for his nursing home scandal. Cuomo instructed nursing homes to take in COVID-positive patients that were being discharged from the hospital, a move that resulted in more than 10,000 deaths. That's a lot of deaths, folks. As it turns out, Cuomo wasn't the only governor to make that kind of call. Reporters in Michigan are suing Governor Gretchen Whitmer to obtain data about the Great Lakes state's deaths in nursing homes, something prosecutors say should end in criminal charges. Washington State Governor Jay Inslee can now be added to that list. Now, Washington State's Aging and Long-Term Support Administration, which falls under the Department of Social and Health Services, directed nursing homes to accept COVID-positive patients that were no longer needing acute care in the hospital. This goal was to transition those patients to alternative settings. Here's the kicker. That directive was made roughly 1 month after the Life Care Center in Kirkland, Washington saw a massive coronavirus outbreak. The Life Care outbreak was dubbed America's epicenter for the Wuhan coronavirus, which officially begun February 19th, 2020. That's about 45 minutes from where I live here, folks. So I was here for that. I was working about 15 minutes south of there when that started. So hooray for that. Somehow come through this crap. Listen, there's plenty of proof of this. There's plenty of documentation. It just seems like Inslee is like one of those chameleon types. He's like that chameleon from Monsters, Inc., that movie my daughter loves. That like evil chameleon that kind of blends in with everything. I forgot his name. Inslee literally seems to just slide under the radar. Nobody ever noticed. They don't notice anything that he does wrong. Yet there's not just evidence of the orders. They incentivized it. They literally incentivized it. All right. I'm going to read through this and then I'm going to show you 2 documents. All right. Let's read through this real quick. The Life Care Center had 2 outbreaks with a total of 156 confirmed COVID cases in its facility, with 101 being residents and the other 55 being staff members, King TV reported. The nursing home facility amassed 46 deaths between residents, staff, and visitors. On March 24th, 2020, a little more than a month after the Life Care outbreak, the Department of Health issued guidelines for how nursing home patients should be accepted into nursing homes. Now, while everything was going on in all these other states, and while these guidelines were coming out, and while everybody saw what was happening, Inslee was more focused on left-wing insanity and putting out orders such as this. Check this out. All right. So this is documentation. All right. March 20th, 2020. Remember that incident we talked about in Kirkland was in February. This is March 20th. Hospital discharges to nursing homes. All right. This is from the State of Washington Department of Social and Health Services, the Aging and Long-Term Support Administration, like we read in the article just before. All right. Thank you, Sean, by the way, for supplying this. Sean helped me with some research, got me these 2 documents. I appreciate it. Shout out to Sean. Dear nursing home facility administrator, all right, nursing facility / home administrator, excuse me. The ongoing COVID-19 outbreak caused shifting priorities in medical and long-term care settings across the country. In Washington, we have a critical need to create capacity in acute care hospitals to serve those who need emergency and intensive care during this ongoing outbreak. One of the top priorities of the Department of Social and Health Services, in partnership with the Healthcare Authority, is to work with patients who no longer have a need for acute care in a hospital to transition to alternative settings. This will create capacity for hospitals to serve individuals who need acute care that can only be provided in a hospital setting. Acute care is a fancy way for saying immediate care, direct care regarding something. So if you were in the hospital basically for COVID and you needed a ventilator right away, that's acute care. Or if you needed to go into the hospital for COVID and get like immediate like steroids in your lungs and like different treatments, that was. But if you were just recovering from COVID but were still contagious but didn't need anything but rest and fluids or whatever, you're good to go. Get the hell out. Go to the nursing homes. That's what they're saying. That's what they mean by acute care and getting to a different setting. Our primary strategy to create capacity in acute care hospitals is working with participating patients and families to transition to nursing homes. Once in the nursing home and community services staff will work with the eligible individual and their family to transition to a permanent home and community-based setting of their choice. Nursing homes that admit these patients will receive a $100 add-on to the Medicaid nursing home rate for a period not to exceed 6 months. Resident-specific approvals for this enhanced rate will be provided upfront for billing purposes. This rate add-on will be offered for fee-for-service clients as well as clients served through Medicaid managed care organizations. All nursing home admission, transfer, and discharge rules continue to apply. Now, to me, that says that not only are they giving them these patients and putting them there, they're saying you'll be rewarded for this. You'll be incentivized. You'll be given $100 in funding towards Medicaid. We know that the COVID-19 outbreak continues to have significant impact on our nursing homes, and we appreciate your willingness to partner and collaborate. All right, listen. With what we know now, we get all pissy and we say this is screwed up. Now, this is still kind of early. It's March, right? So we go, all right, maybe, just maybe, Inslee, maybe these people at the Department of Health, maybe Candace Goering, Director of Residential Care Services here at the DSHS, maybe they just don't have enough data. Maybe it's early. Maybe we're just casting a shadow of doubt on them. Maybe we're judging. Maybe we're being too harsh. Maybe we're being just like the left. Maybe we need to chill the F out. Maybe we need to chill the F out, Holmes. Maybe we need to back the F up, dog. Maybe we need to take a look at what's going on. But then we stumbled upon this other letter from November 13, 2020. And then we go, all right, now you're just full of crap. Because here's the problem. By this point, we knew what happened to old people in nursing homes. All right. By this point, we really had a scientific grasp of what Cuomo did. Listen, myself and many other voices on alternative media and social media and different folks, we were blasting this from the mountains. September, October, November. Governor Cuomo, nursing homes, deaths. Killed all these thousands of people. And everybody was saying we were crazy. We were conspiracy theorists. Everybody was saying that we were out of our minds, that we were kooks, that something was wrong with us. And look, lo and behold, Governor Cuomo's now the fall boy. But Inslee is just as guilty. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we saw that other one for $100. How's 600? Is it 600? Maybe 6,000? There's some more incentives in this one. Listen, this came out November 13th, 2020. All right. State of Washington Department of Social and Health Services. For those listening, I'm reading actual documents with the seal of Washington on them. These are documents that were directing facilities and incentivizing facilities to take COVID patients in. All right. Plain and simple. Admission incentive. This even says it in the title. Hospital discharges to nursing homes. Dear nursing facility / home administrator, we're reading, ladies and gentlemen. This message is sent on behalf of ALTSA's Home and Community Services Division. If you're wondering what ALTSA stands for, remember, it's right up there. The Aging and Long-Term Support Administration. All right. The ongoing COVID-19 outbreak has caused shifting priorities in medical and long-term care settings across the country. And once again, we have a critical need to create capacity in acute care hospitals to serve those who need emergency and intensive care during the ongoing outbreak, what we just talked about, obviously. One of the top priorities of the Department of Social and Health Services, DSHS, is to work with patients who no longer have a need for acute care in a hospital to transition to alternative settings. This will create capacity for hospitals to serve individuals who need acute care that can only be provided in a hospital setting. Earlier this year, DSHS responded to the COVID emergency by implementing a limited-time exceptional rate, ongoing partnering with skilled nursing facilities and hospitals expedited SNF admissions for nearly 250 individuals. In addition, the majority of these individuals were successful in transitioning back to their homes and communities within 60 days of their initial admission. So DSHS is approving the following actions. The Home and Community Services will immediately implement an SNF skilled nursing facility admission incentive. Individuals with both Medicare and Medicaid, dual eligible, newly admitting to nursing home facilities from acute care hospitals during this period will receive a one-time incentive payment of $6,000. Look at that jump, baby. $100 to $6,000. Not only were they killing people, they raised the price. The price per head went up, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, the individual admits on or before December 31st, 2020, the department receives a nursing facility notice of action confirming admission date, or the department has confirmed that this is a new admission. Readmissions are not eligible for this incentive. All nursing home admission, transfer, and discharge rules continue to apply. $6,000 is a lot of money per head. I wonder how much that motivated the nursing homes to make the space available. Home and Community Services is also expanding COVID-positive unit capacity in nursing facilities. Boom! Red flag alert! Bing, 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 bing! Home and Community Services is also expanding COVID-positive unit capacity in nursing facilities to allow COVID-19 positive residents from other residential care or acute care settings to move to a setting where they can receive care and reduce the risk of COVID-19 virus transmission to other residents and staff. We know that the COVID-19 outbreak continues to have significant impact on how we appreciate your willingness to partner and collaborate to meet your needs. Sincerely, Candace Goering. Candace Goering. Oof. Director, Residential Care Services, DSHS, transforming lives by murdering them, by stuffing COVID-19 positive patients into nursing homes and spreading the virus around when we didn't know much about it. Folks, I understand maybe this one, right, from March, but how do you explain this one from November? How do you explain the fact that the price went up so steeply? $6,000. It went from a Medicare or a Medicaid discount, $100 credit or whatever it was, to $6,000 cash, baby. Delicious, cold, hard, yummy, ooey gooey greenbacks, baby. How the hell do you explain that? The answer is you don't. The answer is that something crooked came this way. All right, something crooked conducted business, and all the people that called out the nonsense, that called out the crookedness, that called out the corruption were made to look like fools and conspiracy theorists. That's what happened. That's what's going on. So as Cuomo takes a hit, my question is this: will cancel culture come for the other governors? Will it come for Whitmer? Will cancel culture come for Newsom after it eats Cuomo alive? Will it then come for Inslee? Only time will tell. We'll have to find out what happens. But you guys need to know this information. It's important. It's very important to know what the hell our government is doing so that you can have a little fire in your belly, a little fuel for that fire, so that you can have the courage, the cojones to stand up and open your mouth and say and do what's right. All right? If you know that Inslee did this stuff, you shouldn't vote for him. All right? I don't give a crap what party affiliation you are. All right? If you're on the left, then just don't vote. All right? I don't know what to tell you, but don't be a part of this disgustingness. All right? We may all have disagreements on what the future for this country should hold, but we can all agree that we shouldn't be murdering people. At least the ones left that are civil, at least the ones among us left that still believe in humanity, at least the ones left among us that still believe in honor. Folks, episode 95 of the American Reveille Podcast, brought to you by Ancient Life Oil. I told you guys, I'm not going to put any sponsor on this podcast unless I try it myself, unless I use it myself. All right, guys, this stuff right here, it works. Take that full dropper. Right? Right under the tongue. Boom. It's got coconut oil in it. It's yummy. I like it. All right. Just stick around extra couple minutes after this is over. I got a little ad. I'll play it through for that. Check it out. AncientLifeOil.com. Promo code James. Free shipping and handling. Guys, all right, do me a favor. If you liked the episode, if you liked what we did, if you want to see us grow, if you want to see this podcast explode, if you want to see us break through this wall of censorship and give big tech the finger, if you want to see us fight back against the man, if you want to see us grow into a major competitor, do us a favor, all right? Wherever you're watching and listening, like this, share this, hit the notification bell. All right. Leave a comment, share, talk. Spread the word, ladies and gentlemen. American Reveille Podcast. You can head to Gab. So all the social media, everywhere you can find, it's all in the description section below. If you don't want to remember anything I'm telling you, just look in the description section and follow along there. All right, guys. But you can go to gab.com, American_Reveille. Follow me there, right on Gab. We're growing there organically. Same on Parler, at The James Lane on Parler, Parler. Go to Parler. Follow me at The James Lane. It's going to be part of our guerrilla marketing tactics. I'm going to actually put out a big advertising spot on Parler eventually, but I'm waiting for them to get back on Apple Market. They're going to get back on the App Store. I know it. It might be in a month. It might be a month or two, but we're going to hit things from like 6 different angles as soon as they go right back on the App Store. So I've got a strategically planned marketing strategy. It's going to blow this crap out of the water. So go to Parler, at The James Lane on Parler. Follow me. Of course, I'm on Instagram. Instagram sucks. They're not doing anything with me there. I'm trying to grow there. I'm working on it. I'll hit the right spot on Instagram. We'll see what happens. But if you're on Instagram and you want to see some random stuff from me, follow me there at American_Reveille as well. Same on Odyssey, ODYSEE, American_Reveille. You can find Odyssey, a great alternative for YouTube, in the description section below. And of course, head to www.AmericanReveille.com. Join the Patriots Only American Reveille recap newsletter. Join us now. Get the recap every week so you see what we did, so you don't miss anything from the censorship. And of course, you can contact us on the contact tab if you have any feedback, you have any questions, you want to write for us, you want to help us out, you have graphic design skills, accounting skills, legal skills, all kinds of different things. Email me directly as well. James Lane at AmericanReveille.com. And of course, you can hit the support us tab. And please, if you could, give us a donation either through PayPal or through digital currency, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, whatever. And we'll put it right into this company, and we will make sure to use it to grow the American Reveille and spread the good word across this country. Folks, thank you so much for watching episode 95 of the American Reveille Podcast. Stick around for my little shtick about Ancient Life Oil, and I will see you in episode 96. Bye. Let me get your attention for a second. I want to tell you about something. I want to share something with you that's very near and dear to me. All right, guys, I have joint pain. I'm sure it's no secret by now, all right? I have joint pain, I have hip pain, I have elbow pain, I have inflammation, all right? I get stressed out. I'm going through so much political news doing this podcast, so much. You can imagine how stressful that is, all right? How much anxiety that can cause, how many sleepless nights I have. But folks, I've been taking CBD oil for a while now, all right, for a while now, and it's fantastic. And a while ago, just a little while ago, I came across Ancient Life Oil, all right, and I got it from ancientlifeoil.com, and this stuff is fantastic, all right. It's the best source, the best and most trusted source for CBD oil in the United States. It's 100% pure, it's 100% THC free, no psychoactive effects, no high, nothing like that, just pure CBD, pure relief from all of those issues, relief from sleeplessness, relief from anxiety, relief from stress, from inflammation, right? Relief from joint pain, relief from all of these things that could really hinder your daily life, your daily activities, really put you in a bad place. This stuff lifts your mood up. It's fantastic. All right, it's legal in all 50 states. People are really experiencing wonderful change in their life, basically doing something that people have been doing for thousands of years, guys. If you head to ancientlifeoil.com, ancientlifeoil.com, the same place I went, all right, the same place I went to get the stuff, you can go on there, use promo code James, James, at ancientlifeoil.com, ANCIENT, Life Oil, ANCIENT, lifeoil.com, promo code James, James, promo code James, free shipping and delivery, folks, free shipping and delivery. Guys, this is a great product. You are missing out if you need to do CBD and you're just not doing it for some reason, guys. I don't know what's stopping you anymore. It's 2021. Folks, if you want relief from these issues, you want to do it in a natural way without taking medications, you want to do it in a way that's helpful, I have found CBD oil to be very beneficial, and I believe it will be very beneficial for you as well. So one more time, ancientlifeoil.com, ANCIENT, lifeoil.com, promo code James, free shipping and delivery, folks. Give it a shot. I really, really know it'll make you a believer just like I am. All right, folks, let's get back to the show.